You're live, Shayla Black.
I am, William. How are you? How is everybody? Happy Wicked Wednesday.
See, that's why we should always be a little late. Look at all the comments.
They're like, where have you people been?
You're like TikTok.
Trying to get our
like,
technical act together. That's where we've been.
TikTok, we're hanging out.
I know. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Kelly. Hey, Julie. Susan, good to see you guys. How is everybody doing? You
my
guys.
My sinuses suck, Shayla Black.
Hi, Kelly. I'm sorry. I know. This thing. Hey, Tabitha. And I see a Facebook user. Hi, Louise. Vidi, how you doing?
Happy New Year to everyone.
Regina and Ruth and Fong and Dawn and Laura. Hey, you guys. And there's Dana and Nicole.
Ruth says, every time you're late, I think I screwed up.
No, it's like we were like, oh, we forgot this and we forgot. Like, it's just been quite the day.
She couldn't quite get her hair right yet again. So.
I need a haircut so bad, y'all. So that's another conversation for another day.
Y'all.
I have an appointment. It just hasn't happened yet.
So happy New Year, beauties.
Oh, that's right.
Greetings from William and Shayla Black.
Look at you introducing us like a real professional.
And she writes them our books.
Uh-huh.
And she's still alive, too.
I am.
It's an awesome thing.
Yes.
What the hell's that all about?
I am still alive.
What the hell's that all about?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know.
Anyway.
Hey, Allison. Hey, Jules. I am so excited that you guys are with us. Hey, Jackie. If I missed anybody, sorry. I have my contacts in. I can't see. It's like a whole thing. But I am happy to have you guys here because as you may have figured out, we have a lot to talk about.
We have a few things to talk about. Yes. A lot of things.
Hi, Kathy. You are Facebook. You're here as a Facebook user, but you are on. So if you're wanting to know, like you're here, if you're wanting to know how to get your name on there, you have to tell people what they have to do.
Oh, you have to allow StreamYard to share your name. So
yeah.
when you're trying to comment, you should see that link there.
Yeah.
Only if you're joining via the Book Beauties. If you join via YouTube or in the Shayla Black fan page, you won't have that problem. Thank you, StreamYard, or Facebook actually.
Yeah. So yes, you have a few questions, Kelly. I have many answers, but
Julie likes my shirt from last week better. I don't remember what shirt that was.
I don't either. What shirt was
What
that?
shirt was it, Julie? Oh no, it was the TCU shirt.
Oh, okay.
It was the TCU.
Yes.
How about them horned frogs?
Yay!
How about them horny frogs?
We watched that game and baby was so excited.
Horny frogs for the win. I'm just saying, TCU kicking ass. I thought Michigan was gonna have a tough time against Michigan, but boy, Michigan. It was a good game. TCU just overperformed.
Hi, and Melissa.
I'm very happy about that.
I am so happy to first of all, to welcome everybody into 2023. So I have decided, damn it, this is going to be a better year than last year. Damn it, because I am just determined. Damn it. So I hope that everybody else is ready to have a great 2023 too. And I have been sharing in the newsletter a lot of my plans with you all. So I'm hoping that you are excited for all of those things. We started our 2023 by
Kelly Wolford
having a party.
Kelly, we're going to get to that. So, and I saw some posts in the Book Beauties. Do not buy anything right now till we share everything.
Until we share the things.
Yes.
Because you will be missing out.
Do not, because some of that stuff you're seeing on Amazon right now is all reseller crap, and you don't want that. So,
and they're charging an arm and a leg
and
for
ridiculous.
It too.
That's not us. That's some reseller.
Yeah.
So just hang on, and we'll share all the deets.
I'm going to get you something better. Just saying.
Something badass. So we had a great New Year's Eve. I think I recall.
Do you?
We went live.
We did
on New Year's Eve
for a little bit.
As William Black committed, William Black delivers.
That's right.
And we had a really nice time of the karaoke.
Yeah.
With the new Apple Sing.
Yes, we did.
Service.
Thank you, Susan.
And Mr. Microphone, of course.
And Mr. Microphone.
We had a Mexican food extravaganza.
And I made enchiladas.
Enchiladas. We had brisket. We had brisket, or we had
pulled pork
tacos.
Yes.
We had a ton of shit.
We had a lot of food.
Refried beans. We had everything.
We had red velvet cupcakes. We never ate the ice cream.
No, we never did eat the ice cream.
I forgot about
the red velvet cupcakes
were enormous.
So decadent.
They were.
Shayla and I had to split it because
there was no way.
I did not need to eat a whole cupcake, and boy, it was so good.
Yeah, it was like, it's a lot. And for me, cream cheese icing, it's one of those things that I think people either love it or hate it. It's really kind of not my favorite just because it's overwhelming.
But this one was really good.
But this was well
because
done.
The cake was decadent enough to offset. You needed the cream cheese frosting to offset that. So
Nicole says they watched the Death Star blow up at midnight.
That's awesome.
That's fun. You know, we were actually like so into our karaoke by then that we weren't. Like, I think we paused for about 3 minutes and let one of the local affiliates go down to, in Dallas, watch Reunion Tower.
Did you know that at the same time, Dolly and Miley had a live?
I had heard that. Yeah,
I think it was on Paramount. We don't have Paramount.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
And then apparently CNN was doing one, and they missed the whole countdown. They were too busy screwing around, and they missed the whole countdown.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you know what? That is, Kathy, that is baby's favorite too. She was super, super excited. And Dana says her happy ass got drunk.
Malibu pineapple rum and Sprite.
You know what?
Dana,
I love
you can't go wrong with that. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We were live, but honestly, I think I was sober still at that point. I was sober most of the night, honestly.
Sonia, I had went way over my inebriation level the night before.
Oh, I'm going to tell you guys. I have to tell you this hysterical story. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for joining us. I am glad you're here. So the night before, our friends,
you invited your little friend over to watch your Korean dramas.
So we've been watching. Yes. I've seen it. This is my third time through. If you have not seen Crash Landing to You on Netflix, it's awesome. I highly, highly recommend it. It is about 24 hours of awesomeness. It will take a while to get started, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, how do all these things go together? And you'll be like, OMG, like I get it now. So would you stop? So anyway, she came over here and she and baby and I were watching, and I should have known that I
did not want to go. And then I was drafted because you said he'd be lonely.
No, so I didn't say that. I said, you want to watch football and he wants to watch football. So I went to my friend's house. And we showed up like 5 hours later and they were like, so can't even walk drunk.
Okay, the term was
so drunk.
Okay, I'm confident in the term that I'm about to use.
So drunk.
Shit-faced.
Yes, 100%.
And I gotta say, we pounded the drinks pretty hard.
I was like, y'all could not get it together, really?
So the next night, it was just tougher to quite get there.
Yeah.
I'm a tad older now, so it's a little harder to do back to back. So it was rough.
But so yeah, if you haven't watched Crash Landing, I highly recommend it. I do not recommend, however, getting shit-faced 2 nights in a row.
So we had great food, great company, great activities. Enjoyed being live with you guys. Sorry it wasn't longer, but my arm got tired. But then,
we're like talking, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, my arm is tired. I think we're done now." And I was like, "What kind of outro is that?"
And then I go, "Well, hey, beauties, what's going on? What? Who's around me?" No,
we didn't.
And then we did the countdown. We had champagne.
We did.
I had this many bottles of champagne.
And he doesn't even like champagne very much.
So I had like a half a glass. And that was
that's when I had more fun because then we started drinking champagne.
If Dad were here and still alive,
your dad loves champagne. He would have
been with you the whole time of the champagne.
I know.
I couldn't have bought enough for him, I think.
Yeah. So then I don't even think we stopped singing until like 2:00 in the morning. We were in bed. It was like 2:45 the last time I looked at the clock.
Yeah, it was 2:45 when I think we kicked their ass out. And then I said, baby, I got to go to bed. Daddy got to go to bed.
Yeah, I know. You did. You were like, I'm tired. And I was like, yeah, I know.
I'm tired.
Yeah, actually, Susan, I make stacked enchiladas. So they're actually a lot easier than regular enchiladas. It's just cheese.
You know what you should do? Include that in one of your upcoming newsletters.
I'll do that, y'all.
I'll write that down.
Write that down so we don't forget, because otherwise my list of things to do, as you guys can appreciate, is like this long and growing daily. Yeah. So, but vodka, football, New Year's, and like I said, just determined that 2023, damn it, is going to be better.
2023 started off pretty good for us, I gotta say. And it was awesome. Next morning we got up a little later. We had our monkey bread the next morning.
Yes. Sonia speaks truth.
Oh my gosh, Sonia. Oh, you were so right. But you know what, Sonia? Yep. I know how to self-care now. I know how to self-care.
He's way better at it than he used to
be. I do a great job. I pound a ton of water before I go to bed. Yep. Granted, you're getting up a lot at night, but I pound a ton of water and then ibuprofen before I go to sleep.
Yep, he's good.
Most of the time, I'm feeling pretty good after the next
day. So, Melissa, when is Wiccan Forever going to be available on Audible? It should be on January 17th. So not too much longer now. I've had a couple people tell me that Troy did a great job with Wicked as Seduction, and I didn't even get a chance to finish listening to it yet. But that is on my list of things to do.
Kelly says they have a real Mexican restaurant in their town, and the Mexican grandma makes a mole
sauce.
50 ingredients.
Oh, wow. I like a good mole sauce.
A good one.
I've had
shitty before.
I've had some really shitty ones, but a good one is awesome.
Yep. So Allison played Dungeons and Dragons with friends. Allison,
that sounds like fun.
Blast. We stopped 5 minutes to midnight, then we started again.
Yeah, that sounds like what we did with karaoke. See, I would get me into some Dungeons and Dragons. I think I like games. I like all kinds of games. I like puzzles. I like games. I like card games.
I offered up strip poker and you turned me down.
I don't like that.
I think strip poker would have been a great game, but apparently I was turned down.
You were turned down.
I had one taker though, but apparently that was inappropriate. So.
You think?
Lisa Adams, you were not late. Lisa, you were always on time.
You are just awesome, my dear. So, and there's Eve. How are you doing?
Hello, Eve.
Let's see. What does Eve say today?
It's because you're old and get up to pee. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
You know what? That's called a good thing. That's
and actually, my problem is, and I have done this my whole life, when the booze wears off, I wake up. Like I'm done. And whether that's like 3 or 4 hours later, that's it. I am not going back to sleep. So it makes for a really horrible day when you're running around going, it's not that I'm actually hungover. It's that I'm just tired because I didn't sleep. And then because we've had some really crappy weather, like the week of Christmas was 20 degrees. And then like New Year's Day was like 79 degrees. My sinuses are going, listen, what season is it? Just pick.
The weather is crazy right now. My sinuses are just freaking.
I know sinus
TMI and the sinuses, but I swear to God, it's itchy. It's just horrible.
Yeah.
And get me back to the cold or say hot.
Pick
make
one.
Your mind up.
Just pick. So
make your mind up.
Although I think you would prefer at this point that it stays at least a little bit warmer. We're
having some pool problems right now. We have a leak in our pool. Can't get anybody to get out here to do what they need to do or to start the process until
Valentine's Day.
And like, I am not happy.
Not happy. We're like, okay, but what if there's
it's
a freeze?
Freezing and I gotta run it constantly? Yeah, I can't. I gotta have hoses. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
We're a little.
May have to drain the pool, Shayla Black. I don't know.
I don't know. God, that would suck too.
No, you can't drain it. Hell, because there'll still be water in the pipes. So.
That's right. There will.
Because the thing's below the water line. So anyway, TMI.
So that's the exciting drama around here.
Nicole's got 10 inches of snow.
Oh gosh, I saw your pictures, Nicole, and you said it was snow day, and I was like, oh. Yikes. Yeah, that's a lot for me. But,
Julie, I saw your note that you said you pre-ordered, but you can't remember. And of course, I can't remember anything anymore. So I really
can't, y'all.
After tonight's broadcast, I'll go in my office and I'll check and see what we have for pre-order for you. And I will PM you via the Facebook. Is that cool?
And Shaza, hey, haven't seen you in a long time, dear.
How are you?
It reminds me it is summer in Australia.
Yes.
Yes. You guys are broiling.
The heat is on. In my Aussie friends, the heat is on.
Hang on, God, you did not get StreamYard fixed. It may take a second, but you might try again just to be sure.
Yeah, still doing it. Unfortunately. Or you can join us via YouTube.
Yeah.
Or you can join us on Shayla's Shayla Black Shelley Bradley page.
YouTube,
and you don't have to do that.
If you guys keep missing lives, because I know a lot of you keep saying like, oh, Wednesdays are busy and whatever, but if you subscribe on YouTube, it will remind you when we have a live going on. So it'll be a little easier to recall. Like, oh yeah, it is a Wednesday today, because we have to remember too. We're like, oh, it's Wednesday.
And if you go to Shayla's page, you'll see where are the videos. You click the live, and you'll see all the videos listed there.
So let's see. What are we doing, William?
Jan Barnes can't resist a sip with Wicked Wine Wednesday. Yay. So Jan, you're a rock star.
That's right. Very, very excited. I don't even know where to start with this story.
Okay, we're going to just jump into it.
I don't even know how to start this story. It's crazy.
There is an elephant in the room, and let's just get to it, okay? Shayla Black put out a VIP newsletter today.
I have been waiting. Today. I've been waiting to make this announcement for a decade.
Okay, little backstory. What she announced in one of the announcements of the VIP newsletter, the series that we're talking about in that newsletter was one that originally she wrote for another publisher.
Hang on, let me answer this question really super quick. Louise, so the short answer is no. And I have to, this is kind of goes to a long explanation, but it will kind of dovetail with what we're saying about Doomsday Brethren, which is that when you sell the rights to a publisher, I'm allowed to sell a paperback, but I'm not allowed to sell anything else. Until you get the rights back from the publisher through a variety of means, and that could be a lot of different things, and it depends on your contract. The only thing I'm ever going to be allowed to resell are the paperbacks. So that's kind of the shortest answer I can give to that, which is kind of how we find ourselves in this situation with Doomsday Brethren. So
Doomsday Brethren, again, that entire series, Shayla had signed a contract with a publisher in New York, one of her first big ones, actually, paranormal series. And she wrote all those books, most of those books for that publisher. We have been for years trying to work to get Shayla's rights back to those books for two reasons.
So let me take a step back. Okay. This is a series I started wanting to write in about 2005. I had this idea, and at the time, I had an agent who was less than enthusiastic about paranormal in general.
Not her current agent, but a previous agent.
My previous agent was just like, oh, I don't know. Nobody really wants another paranormal series. And if it's not a vampire, because that's what was selling at the time, J.R. Ward was just hitting it really big. And they were like, if it's not a vampire, nobody's really interested. And I'm like, but there are other things that are interesting besides vampires. And, y'all know me, I have to be different because that's just how I roll.
It's everything she just said.
Everything. Don't want it, Sari. So at any rate, I kind of sat on it for a little bit, and I finally said to my agent, no, I feel really strongly about this, and I want to publish this series. So the first book actually came out in 2008, and I did a series. I did 4 of the books and a novella with that publisher.
Tracy got the year right. She said it's in 2008.
So the thing about this series, y'all, and one of the reasons I started trying to get my rights back as soon as I possibly could, the books I turned into them were significantly longer. They were significantly angstier, and they were significantly sexier. Like
much more sex.
Much sexier. My editor was from Harlequin, and she had not worked there for very long when they teamed us up together, and she was really struggling. I was writing, OG Wicked Lovers, and she was editing books with no sex. So it was a really challenging time for, I think, both of us. And we had different visions of what we wanted these books to be. Ultimately, I actually walked away without finishing that contract. There was one book left on my contract, and I just flatly told them I'm not going to be fulfilling that. I'm done. And so we put out one more book ourselves. And then I made a realization that I really wanted to start at the beginning. I wanted to go back to book one and do it the way I thought it needed to be done, the way I saw it in my head, because I appreciate so many of you loved this series when it was out, but there was so much more to it. And I was super frustrated that it wasn't the way I saw it in my head.
One of the again, the whole New York publisher process, it's an exciting ride. It can be very financially rewarding ride, but unfortunately you lose something in the creativity of the final product.
Yeah.
Because of the editorial process.
Yeah.
And I'm not speaking bad about anybody. It's just
if someone's
gonna pay you a money for a book or a series, they're gonna want it their way.
Yeah.
But now that was not necessarily, or was not, Shayla's original vision.
Well, and part of the reason it came out like that, it wasn't that she so much hated the books or anything like that. It was that they had bought this series for mass market. So if you guys, this gets down into book business, but the reality is
in 2008.
Yeah. So you're talking about wire racks in a grocery store or a drugstore or an airport bookstore. Like, it has to fit an exact certain size. So whereas I had written much longer books in trade paperback for another publisher, and that was fine, mass market came with a lot more restrictions. It could not be more than 99,000 words, period. But that was not what I wanted in my head, and that was not what I saw, and that was not the story. I didn't even get to tell the whole story because it had to be 99,000 words, and it needed to be more.
And you guys know that telling her to write just to a certain number is an impossible task.
I do it, but I wasn't happy about it.
So bottom line is, if I cut to the chase here,
okay,
every one of those books is going to get the Shayla touch. They're going to get the ramped up original concept that you had for those books, brand new covers.
Yes.
And actually we've started that process earlier
the other
this
day.
week.
Yeah.
Yes. And you guys, I hate saying that. But the placeholder that we have for Tempt Me with Darkness out there right now is
just a placeholder.
It's just a placeholder cover. That is not the final cover.
It was more intended to be to give you a couple of signals if you just glanced. Hey, this is paranormal and this takes place in London. You now know.
So our plan is do a couple of things. One is blow you away with the cover, blow you away with the books as we continue to roll them out.
Yeah.
As she continues to edit those and re-edit those and make them to make them bionic, basically. Take them to the next level. And then we have a lot of plans for that series.
Yes, a lot. And I'm really, really excited. So Kelly's asking one of the questions. So here's what I can tell you. How many books will there be? We eventually will have them all on my site. I have lots of plans. Right now, obviously, we just have the first one. We have mapped out a schedule. It's going to take me a while to go through all of these books. They're really intricate. This is a big world, and I haven't written in it in a dozen years.
Can you take just a quick moment?
Yeah.
And explain to people that don't know who the Doomsday Brethren are.
Okay.
What that concept is all about.
Yes.
What that series is all about.
Yes.
And why you love it so much.
I will. So let me finish answering Kelly. So there will be, when it's all said and done, 7 novels and 2 novellas. Obviously, we're starting with book 1. This is a series you will have to read in order. It will not make a lick of sense, like 0 if you don't. Kimberly wants to know, I'm rewriting them. Yes. Yes, I will 100% be expanding them and putting things back in them that were meaningful to me, and I think meaningful to the world and to the characters and all of those things. Eve, that will probably not happen.
Not going to hold my breath.
Not going to hold my breath. So I will tell you.
Which is sad.
And part of the reason for this is, and so a lot of you are asking, why have I never heard of the Doomsday Brethren? Because when I wanted the rights back, I realized one of the first things that I had to do was stop talking about this series. Most New York contracts now are sales-based. So if you sell above a certain number of units a year, you will never get your rights back. That's just reality. So when I realized that I wanted Doomsday Brethren back, I told the entire team, this is like the Voldemort of series. We don't talk about it. It doesn't have a name. There's nothing happening. We took it out the back of every book. We took it off the website. I begrudgingly answered questions about it in public because I needed it to go away so I could have this moment.
I received so many questions via the newsletter and via your website about Doomsday Brethren, and I hated it because I could not give any. I couldn't tell you what legally was going on and all the back. You guys don't care about all the back end of that.
I had a FAQ that basically was like, someday I really hope, but I'm really busy and who knows, and all of this.
I'm just going to say it's a good thing I watch a lot of Perry Mason and Matlock because it came in handy.
But the reality was we started trying to get the rights back actively. Like I hired an attorney in 2017. And that went on for 3 years,
and
4 years.
It went nowhere.
4 years.
Yep.
And it went nowhere. And finally I started trying again about 7 months ago.
We went a different route this time.
Yes.
And the moons aligned.
Yes. Well, and what was hysterical was, so it was like last summer, there's been so much behind the scenes I couldn't share with you guys. Last summer, it was a good news, bad news thing. I got back every book from them except the first book.
So, which means we could do nothing.
We could do nothing. So we've been sitting.
So we've been trying to be quiet about it.
And with no guarantees, you guys, that I would get book one back anytime soon. All I knew was that I was allowed to ask once every 6 months. So I was asking every 6 months. So when December rolled around,
you know how I go with the loud,
yeah,
right?
well, me too.
I tend to
when December rolled around, I was like, okay, it's December, it's time, not holding my breath. So when I got the email back that they were relinquishing my rights to book one,
they didn't have to, but they
didn't have to, but they did.
And our argument was good. They were awesome. So I have nothing bad to say.
But what was hysterical was the argument, came through the third party who was negotiating for us. And she sent it back to me and she was like, it's a Christmas miracle. We were like, yes, it is.
Because it was over the same time period.
It was. Yeah. It was the week before Christmas, you guys, when we got word that we were getting it back. And it's been one of those things that for a decade has absolutely bugged the ever-loving shit out of me.
So take a few minutes and explain to those folks that don't know, what is the Doomsday Brethren?
So it's, I don't even know how to put it. It's like, I love paranormal when it's accessible. And what do I mean by that? So for me as a reader, and I can only come at this, with my reading hat on, right? I like paranormal worlds that I can understand. I like paranormal worlds where if I have to go into some dark, deep Fey forest with names I can't pronounce, I know some people dig it, not my thing. I wanted something that was approachable from a human perspective and yet not exactly human. So this is
and throw in magic.
Yeah, so this is a magical world, but it is set down in our contemporary world. So there's a lot of melding between these two worlds. And they're magical, but they have such human emotions and problems. And I had so much fun developing this lore and taking it and twisting it. But the long and the short of it, for those of you who don't know, it's the Doomsday Brethren are a magical fighting force, and they end up coming together because the horriblest, awfulest, worst, most offending wizard ever comes back. And it was something that wasn't supposed to happen. It should have been impossible, but people did bad things, and here we are. So one thing I personally enjoyed a lot about this was getting to write so many things that were interesting and meaningful to me, and exploring different relationships. There's brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. There's people who are lifelong friends. There are people who are lifelong enemies, and they all have to work together. There are people with different outlooks on how to approach the war. There's people who are like not even sure that this is necessary, but out of an abundance of caution. And there are some people who are super passionate and they're willing to give up everything. Like, it's so interesting to see how everybody looks at the same event differently. Factually, like, there's one set of true facts, but they're all coming at everything from their own perspective, and then how they negotiate and function and attack the world. Like, it's all the things that interest me are like people being people, whether they're magical or human or whatever. Like, I like it because it has so many human elements to it. I don't even know if I'm explaining this right. Like, I did a better job in the newsletter because I will just like rattle on forever.
And lots of sex.
And lots of sex, because, well, this is a world where your magic is powered by sex.
See, you left that out. You got to lead with that. Magic powered by sex.
Yes. You can't.
No one else is doing that.
You can't power yourself. You can't power your magic. Without having an energy exchange, basically, is how that functions.
Lead with that next time.
So, I don't know how else to explain it other than you need to like get down in this world, because
so tell us a little bit about the first book that's coming.
So the first book will be out on October 24th.
Right.
It'll be the 23rd, maybe even earlier.
For people that buy it from ShaylaBlack.com.
Yes. So one of the other things that I'm super excited about is, yes, there will be paperbacks. Absolutely. I'm looking for this first book to be like the first book when it was originally published was right at 99,000 words. I'm going to bet you as I sit here that book one will probably end up being in the neighborhood of 120,000 words. So excited about that. And let's see what else.
And then the subsequent books will be releasing.
Yeah, every few months you'll get a new book. So for those of you who have read so far, you're going to want to read again, because I am going to be adding things, and I am going to be juicing a lot of things up, and I'm going to be adding back in. I think I'm going to be adding back in at least one major subplot, and maybe two that were really had to be left on the cutting room floor last time, if you will. Yes, that's the other thing. Nobody ever did
Tracy.
Audio on this
Finally,
series.
Tracy.
I will be doing this. I have already auditioned.
I am working on all my British accents.
No.
I've got about 10 of them down now. So I think
I have auditioned some British narrators. I'm just waiting to get the auditions back, but I am pretty confident in who I wanted to read already. It is, Shan. It's so much, but it's for a important point.
Eve, I don't know about 150,000 words, but I don't know.
You know what? By the time I had gotten to book 5, which is the one single title I had put out myself, and we've taken it off sale years ago, that book was already 130, I think. So by the time I go and add stuff, like, I wouldn't be shocked. I'm just saying. So yeah, I'm kind of here for it, and I am incredibly excited, because this time I get to, and like, I get covers that I want. I get to put everything I want in the book. I get them in audio. Like, these are all the things. And I have other plans, you guys. Like, so excited.
We plan a whole beautification process.
We did. It's like,
we got plans beyond that, so it's going to be awesome. And we
really, like, Rachel and I geek out about these things where we get to like do the interior of the files, especially the print books. We can do things now that will be just stunning and beautiful. And just saying, Tabitha, yes. They will probably be a collector's box set toward the end.
Yeah, it won't be until all the books out. Yeah, all the books
because I want everybody to get like the collector's edition of everything once it's done. But y'all, I'm just saying, this is I just, for a decade, I have been holding on to this and hoping this day would
These characters have always been near and so close to her heart, even more than the Wicked Lover characters, Wicked Devoted characters, Read Family Reckoning characters. But it's the characters she's loved to hate because she can never do anything more.
And I couldn't even talk about them.
She couldn't tell their whole story. And so you kind of push them to the back of your...
I had to. And the number of people... Hey, Kat. I hope your flight goes well, hun.
Kat.
The number of people who were like, are you ever going to write about Bram and Shock? Yes.
Where is Shock's book?
How
many times have I had that question? And I know
everybody wants the book about the big guy.
Because you had to help me answer a lot of times.
I did.
And I say, thanks so much for the inquiry. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Kimberly? I would 100% just wait.
Yes, wait, Kimberly.
If you bought the ones now or had them and reread them, like, you would just have to do it again, because I'm seriously going to be adding content and you would be like, what? Yeah. You would be lost. So 100% just wait.
But just to remind everybody, the books have to be read in order. Kind of like the Unbroken series has to be read in order. So
what's this? How do you do what you do when you write a series of books? You find yourself relaxing. I try to keep a schedule, because you can't, like, I'm in the middle of this right now a little bit. You can't attack a book all at once. Sometimes it will come to you when you're rewriting something in piece parts, and sometimes it will come to you just in little bitty bits at a time. And then sometimes you'll be like, oh, I know exactly what to do with the whole thing.
If you guys want to see deets about the book, Shayla, once you post that link, you can go to our site, and this link right here will take you to Shayla's website, and it'll describe the series, and of course the first book that's already on pre-order.
And then it will also take you to every retailer. So whoever you like to order books from, if you like to order it from us, you'll get it sooner. If you like to order it from somebody else, like, at least you have every link there that you want to do.
Exactly.
I know, Fong. I can't even tell you how many times I have heard this over the years.
Everyone seems to love the Shock. I don't quite get it, but I'm the wrong demographic. He is
by far the most sarcastic asshole I've ever written. And Shock is that person you love to hate. He's the person. I had somebody walk up to me and go, why does he answer every question with a question?
Because he's an asshole.
Well, he has reasons. He honestly does. But I'm just like, it's going to be so fun to get. And some of my favorite heroines, you guys, come from this series. I can't tell you how much I love and admire spending time with Sibel. You don't know Sibel yet. You will know Sibel. Like, I just love everything about Sibel. Sydney is funny. She's tart, and she's insecure, and she's just a little firecracker. And I had so much fun with her. And then some of the side characters. Aquarius is my, like, lost in time flower child. And I have had people ask me, like, will you give Aquarius a book? And I'm like, with who? Zane? I mean, like, maybe I'd have to find her somebody.
Suddenly you have a brand new series, Shayla.
I know.
It's amazing when that happens.
Well, and I have to tell you guys, for the last few days, I've almost like been prepping to talk about this. And honestly, to do audio editions, I had to go back through the books and find sections where I could ask them to specifically read certain text for certain reasons. And so it gave me time to reacquaint, my gushy love fest for Ice, who's just the most, you guys, my gushy love fest for Ice. Like, he might be one of the most ultimate, like, hot, just, he's that guy that doesn't hardly say 5 words, but his actions speak so loud. I can't.
Big balls.
Oh my God, stop.
I don't know.
So yeah, I'm actually really, really have a good flight, Kat.
Yes, Kat.
So you guys, I'm so excited for you to get to and to meet and like hopefully fall in love with these people. Anka is just like, I cried a lot. I cried a lot. It's just, yeah.
So again, as I led this off, I saw a lot of you posting in the Book Beauties about seeing some of the print books still on Amazon for sale. Those are all resellers. Those are not us.
Yeah.
And those are
the old books,
older editions of the books, and the price points are stupid. So just leave them alone. I would suggest not buying any of that stuff.
$71 for a paperback.
Give me a break.
That's yellowing. I can guarantee you it's yellowing.
Someone that needs a
yeah,
what I like to call a stern talking to. But
you're gonna spank them?
Oh no, I don't plan to spank.
They might like it too much.
Back of my hand might hurt a little bit, but anyway, save your money.
So I don't know what else to say other than I have so many special plans, and I am so excited to get to take you guys on this ride with me, because it's something I have wanted for so long. And I know a lot of you are like, but you don't write paranormal. No, I haven't in such a long time, because I was like, I want my books
she built
back.
A whole world.
I did.
Right? And you couldn't do anything more in the world.
I couldn't.
Kelly, yeah, she's got some pretty cool names between Ice and Shock and Sabelle and Johnny, or whatever the rest of their names are. I don't know, but
there's nobody named
Johnny. And they're all a bit British as well. Is that right?
Well, right? Not all. My first heroine is Olivia, and she is actually American, but she lives in London now.
Cool.
So I am so incredibly excited, and I hope that you guys will come with me on this journey, because
this will be fun, because we can do some dedicated stuff
to
lives like that, dedicated to Doomsday Brethren, and might even have someone dress up as Shock and come in and
oh my God,
kind of boss you around a little bit.
I would love to see you in a black wig with a big leather duster and some sunglasses.
What's up, girl?
You're not British enough.
What's up, girl? Hello, Mary Poppins.
Oh no, Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Nice dress there, Mary Poppins.
Oh my gosh. So, I feel a little bit bad, because I know some of you were like, but I had no idea, like, what this is like, it's all new. And I feel a little bit like I held out on you, because I didn't talk about it for such a long time, but it was a strategic decision to just not mention it. And I don't think we've talked about that series publicly since about 2016.
And even though we got the rights to the later books back before we got book one back, Shayla didn't want to get herself excited about it.
No, because it does no good without book one.
She knew book one was going to be in her hands. And now that it is, all bets are off. So it's awesome.
Yep. So, well, Tracy, that is somebody I am talking to 100%. So, I hope that works out, but I will let you know. And now what are you doing? Oh, you want to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Tempt Me with Darkness, book one, the ebook is on pre-order on Shayla's site and on all the retailers right now. The print or the paperback and the hardback are on pre-order on Shayla's site as well. So the first book we plan to release.
The hardback or just the paperback?
The hardback.
Really?
Should that not be there?
No,
I thought we were doing two. Well, so I was told to put it there.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I missed that memo.
So I may have to clean that up a little bit. I have to clean that up. So more soon, and we'll be talking about Doomsday Brethren as we move forward.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So thank you guys for indulging me. If you had other questions and I missed them, holler at me. But like I said, there will be like all of the things coming as I get closer to releasing. You'll get an actual official blurb, because I'm rewriting all of that. In fact, as we were talking, the cover designer popped into my inbox and I watched it come in and I was like, what does that say?
I know what it's saying. I haven't paid the bill yet, so I got to get it done. I know.
That's funny.
And you just led into it. It's a good transition.
Okay.
Right now, for a very short period of time, and we put it in the VIP newsletter this morning, all ebooks in the Shayla store released before January 1st of this year are 20% off. So we thought we'd start the new year with a nice little sale. Yep. So 20% off all ebooks for every book out there for Shayla's books that were published before January 1st. So that's a lot of damn books. Believe me, it took me a while to update all that pricing.
Last night he was
holy shit.
Well, and the website went down for some server maintenance and he was like,
no, the whole server went down.
Yeah, okay. And then he was like, listen, you have to stop writing so much because there's too many books for me to put on discount.
So so you got a sale going on
Hi,
now,
Lizzie.
so enjoy it. Hey, Lizzie.
So if you are behind in a series, wanted to start a series, any of that business, they're all 20% off. You don't need a coupon code.
And BookFunnel delivers the ebook to you via a separate BookFunnel email.
Yep.
It's easy breezy to download and put on your favorite device.
And whatever format you want, as my Pellegrino come up and jumped at me. Whatever format you want, you read on a Kindle, great. You read on your Apple Books through your iPad, great. That's how I read.
Cool.
Whatever you want. Like, there's no PDFs. That's the only thing we don't do. Everything else, like it works. You're a Google person, go for it.
Right.
Let's see. So there are other things happening, which I've had to pry my mind away from this and pay attention to other things.
There's some other big thing that just closed the other day, wasn't it? Which is the next item on your agenda, by the way.
Oh, well, no, hang on.
I give her talking points, and what does she do? She ignores it.
No, before we leave Bookland, you have them out of order. Okay, well then this is your agenda. You do it.
No, you do it. You're better at it.
No.
That's your stuff. Go ahead. I'm just along for the ride. I just cook the meals, service the woman, things like that.
Oh my gosh.
And I mean service.
Well, so actually, Eve gave you the perfect segue.
Eve, what a great transition. It's almost like you're sitting right there. No, she's not.
She's not.
Wish she was. But
that'd be fun. We drink vodka.
Bring Lizzie with you.
That's right.
Love the Lizzie. But the New Year, New You, sassy.
No, sexy, sassy, successful. 2023 romance box.
So just mash all that together. Those boxes are in what I like to call, they're now in production.
They are.
The Kickstarter, those of you that participated in the Kickstarter, that ended on the 31st. And those boxes are underway right now with the very special, unique, never before released hardback. And of course, with the Kickstarter, you had a couple of additional tiers in that as well. So those of you that did join Kickstarter, we did put an update out in Kickstarter. So it should have shared with you that what I'm sharing with you right now is everything's in production. Those of you that have purchased the additional tiers, which had additional hardbacks with them, that's being produced as well. And then also those of you that also purchased the one-on-one Zooms with Shayla, we'll be scheduling those this month as well. So more to come from us.
More to come.
We want to thank you guys because that Kickstarter, we had no idea. We knew, we were happy and very pleased, and you guys did an amazing job supporting us in the boxes that we had on the website. But knowing that we wanted to take it, do things that the website wouldn't allow us to do.
Just doesn't allow us to do.
Doing that Kickstarter, we were nervous. We was like, you know what? This is going to be an experiment. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it didn't.
And maybe it won't. And we apparently on the back end, we find out that we did a bunch of things wrong in our ignorance of how it's supposed to work, but somehow it still all came together. So
it blew us away, the Kickstarter response. You guys were awesome. So we have some other ideas coming up. Actually, we have can I tell them the code name of the little group you have together? Can I tell them the code name? It's called World Domination. Okay?
Oh yeah,
it's called World Domination.
That's
the super secret code name.
Yes.
So that's something that's going to be coming
world domination, and I can't tell you who's involved.
World domination via Kickstarter. So that will be coming.
Not just Kickstarter. We have like lots of interesting plans, honestly, to do different things that we just have never done and tried. And world domination was our tongue-in-cheek way of saying we're going to try all the things in the world and be like, is this a way that people want to communicate and get new things and do things that really like our websites aren't equipped to do and Amazon's not really equipped to do. Like there's nobody who's equipped to do it except some of these very specific sites. So we're like, we're going to try this. And if y'all dig it, like in some ways I'm excited because it gets me the opportunity to connect with you guys in new ways and show you other things that interest me and share something new with you. I couldn't otherwise.
It's like some of the stretch stuff that we were able to do.
Yeah.
The stretch goals we had in Kickstarter, some of the not safe for work art that we did. Right.
Yes.
And I'd love to share those for you, but no, I can't because you got a box, you get it, you get it exclusively.
Right.
In some of the other things we're able to offer in Kickstarter that the site just doesn't allow us to do. So, but believe me, there are a lot of other things that we're planning to do and kind of knock your socks off. I hope.
Yeah. So Louise, I think we are. And a lot of it is because, I loved the idea. Like I couldn't really have done a thing on my site where we were like, oh, but we'll add this and we'll add that. And if enough people are interested, we'll do this and that. And
it was important for the boxes, for all the boxes for this year, to give people an opportunity to pre-order those and get a discount, right? Mm-hmm. And they got a really good discount for all 3 books, and that's fantastic. Or 3 boxes, I should say. Kickstarter lets you take it up to another notch. Yeah. But not.
And then add things.
But you guys don't need to worry. Those of you that did pre-order those boxes from us, we'll get a lot of the box lover goodies that were included in the Kickstarter. So that's don't worry about that. You didn't get left out.
No, you didn't.
And those of you that wanted to upgrade your tiers and said, you know what, I pre-ordered it through your site, but I want the Kickstarter instead. We were able to make that happen as well. So anything is possible with ShaylaBlack.com.
Yeah, and if you pre-ordered, a box, but the next one, like he did for a few people with the last one. So when the next one rolls out, like if you want a tier that has other things that we didn't offer before because we could only offer 1 box, not like 3 or 4 or 5 versions of a box, then just reach out to him and we'll work it out somehow.
Julie, the one-on-one Zoom chat with Shayla, that was a part of the one of the tiers in the Kickstarter package. So I think that was like tier 3 and tier 4.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that we may roll it with the next box too, just depending on where we're at.
Oh, I think we will.
Happening in life, and so we'll let you guys know. Like I said, there were just things that my site wasn't equipped to do. So anyway,
and those of you that will be on the Zoom with Shayla, yes, I will be there too. Am I allowed?
It's not like I can get rid of y'all. Exactly. Aloha, Jocelyn.
Because I can't stand not being included.
I know.
I may even cook for you guys and you can watch me eat.
Oh, that'd be good. Jana, so we are, ironically enough, waiting on the books. We have pretty much everything else.
Yes.
But with the holidays, the book printer is running a little bit behind. So I'm going to guess probably like the 3rd week of January, 4th at the latest. But it will definitely be this month.
Yes.
We have everything else. We're just waiting on the books. And we've inquired and they're like, oh, we're a little behind because of the holidays. So that's where that's at. But we ordered them like well over a month ago.
Yes.
It's just been one of those things.
The cover for the special hardback edition.
Yeah.
That no one else gets to see.
Nope.
It's pretty awesome.
Can we order any box we want still on the site? No, right now the boxes are not on the site. I don't know that we're going to put them back on this. I don't think we can actually.
No, because those were one time for the discounts, but they will be going up on Kickstarter again individually
for the anniversary box.
So the anniversary box, which is releasing kind of mid-year, we'll be having that up in not too distant future.
Can we order? Is that what you meant? The anniversary box? It's if you meant the other box, no, it closed on New Year's Eve. And honestly, we kind of had to guess a while ago how many of everything to order. Mm-hmm. And we guessed like
we
almost
guessed
exactly
right to the number. How did we do that?
I don't know.
I think it's like Ted Lasso and the dart.
I know. We
got
were a
lucky.
little bit like, oh gosh, I hope we guessed right.
We got lucky.
Because everything has to be, it's so much of it, that box is custom, you guys. This is the most custom
almost
box
everything
I've ever
in
done.
there is a custom
and I was like,
thing, and it's cool.
Well, let's see. So the anniversary box will probably go up in we'll start talking about it probably in March.
And click on Eve.
Here we go.
Eve, yes. If you guys ordered the annual subscription box,
yeah,
it is included in that. You will be getting the anniversary box. Yes.
Yep.
Good
all right.
question.
So I think that's everything about boxes. But thank you guys so much for understanding. Like, we kind of switched things midstream because we were like, oh, Kickstarter does these really super cool things.
Mm-hmm.
And we had been hearing from a lot of people like, okay, but this box is this, but could we have more things? Could we have a bigger box? Is there a different box? Is there, we're like, not really on our site, but then all of a sudden there was Kickstarter and we're like, okay, so now we can do all the things. Yay. So, other things happening. So yes, I do. If for those of you who don't know, have a release this month. It is Forbidden Confessions, Filthy Rich Bosses. Gosh, I can't even talk today. Tempted by the Executives, which will be out on the 24th and at least a day early on ShaylaBlack.com.
And I learned a new word.
Did you?
Menage.
That's not a new word.
That's the 3 people. Right?
Oh, here. There you go. Eve has a great question.
Okay, I'm talking about menage, and you bring it up. Well, that kind of makes sense. Boxcar have a box on Kickstarter. No, Boxcar will not have one.
What would you want, Eve? Like, what would he put in a box? Andy Griffith memorabilia? Like, I don't know.
We still have plans for additional stuff later on this year.
Fun stuff.
Different than Kickstarter, different than the site. We're just still kind of crunching the thoughts here. So. But no, Boxcar would not have a box. That would be interesting.
I would be interested to see what you would come up with.
It would be interesting. Kind of a man's box. Of course, if it's Boxcar trying to do something
pants and happy trees.
That's Sonia. Awesome, Sonia. But the key is it's no pants, Sonia. So why would you include pants? Maybe a mankini.
Perfect.
A mankini, or a what is that?
Well, you know what? It needs to have a
gold lame speedo.
Well, and it needs to have a monocle and
assless chaps, which I hear are assless anyway. So.
They are, but you need a monocle, and then you need
monocles for sure,
and a poultice,
and maybe my pipe. Smoking? No, you can't do smoking.
So no, you can't. No,
but who says I can't? I'll put I'll put a damn cigar in there.
That lovely velvet jacket you bought?
Corinthian leather.
That's right.
Yes, Corinthian leather.
Oh, here. Susan has a great idea.
Fruit Loop underwear.
You know what? If they're made of Fruit Loops, maybe. I listen to the in a few weeks. They're available. That is the publisher's doing, but I am glad that you were able to do that.
Awesome.
There is more coming. I'm trying to get Tempted by the Billionaire should have been out by now, and I think something fell through the cracks over there. But they are getting the manuscript for Executives here right shortly, so they should be getting to work on that. And for those of you who didn't know, yes, it is a menage book or a bat crotch, exactly.
That'd be perfect for the
white
Speedo
chicks.
For the Speedo with the bat signal.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Candy cigarettes and bubblegum cigars.
What was the Robin Leach thing? What did he always say? Champagne dreams and
caviar wishes or whatever.
Caviar wishes or whatever.
Whatever it was, yeah. So excited by all that. As far as I know, Avita, Jason Clark will be doing both of those as well. Somebody asked me a question up here. Are my other books coming out this summer? That is currently the plan, y'all. It is going to be a busy year.
Oh my God, you've got Wickedest Secrets coming. You've got
Matt and Madison Part 2.
Matt and Madison Part 2.
My lipstick left me.
You're going to help me here because I'm drawing a blank here.
So The Commitment,
which
is the last in the Heavenly Rising series. that I write with Jenna Jacob. And then I will be doing a super exciting,
Was that the super
secret
was that the
world domination project?
Thing?
Yes.
Yes. Sounds like a book to me, Shayla Black, but
that
I don't know.
will be out like, I don't know. We're going to be talking about it hard in September. That's all I know.
And then Taming with Darkness in October.
In October. Yeah.
And then who else knows, or whoever, well, what else might happen? So
well, and then for those of you who didn't catch it in the last newsletter, when I gave my 2023 preview, because there were so many things I couldn't say, I was like, oh my gosh, this is painful. So a couple of you have been asking me when Trees and Layla's duet will be available together in one volume,
Wicked
like a
and
box
Enslaved.
set. Wicked and Enslaved will be out sometime next month. Is it like the 17th, the 14th?
I put that pre-order in there, and I'm trying to remember what
I'm
I
like,
did.
what the?
I don't remember.
Let's see here. I'm looking at the calendar. It is the 14th. It is Valentine's Day. When they'll finally come look at our pool.
The day of our pool leak fix. Yes, that'll be good timing.
So, for everyone who's been wanting to know, and I did see, I know it's on our website because somebody ordered a hardcover of that today. So
yeah,
if you,
on the Shayla Black web, if you go to the Shayla store, it's www.shaylablack.com.
Yep.
You just click the Shayla store on the far right, and you can go to Wicked and Devoted, and you'll see Wicked and, I'm sorry, go to the box sets at the bottom, and you'll see Wicked and Enslaved. You see the ebook there, and you'll also see the hardcover.
So
big book.
Which, thank you, Eve, goes into our next thing. We will be at Flirty in Kansas City, weather permitting. I have to put that out there because we're driving, and driving north in February could get super interesting. But that is the current plan. It's to be there, and that's February 18th. And I know Eve is going, and I believe Dan is going. Are you going, Brenda? Did I see that you were going too? Nikki Ann, we need a world domination team. Black, you know,
we need some. I got to get. I know. I'm behind on the merch, but we need some world domination merch. Okay, I think
that'd be awesome.
And who else is going to be at Kansas City, Shayla Black? Someone near and dear to your heart.
Baby will be in Kansas City with her first book, which is releasing February 7th, How to One Night Stand.
Yes.
So how about a book event? 2 of the 3 of you listed were sold out. Oh, yeah. So the other 2 events I am going to this year are Book Bonanza and Readers on the River, both of which are sold out. Yes, they are. And that is, I've had people ask me if I would come do this event or that event. I was invited to do about 10 others. You guys, I have to pick. I can't do it. I can't do it all.
No, not with everything else.
And when I travel, it just slows me down.
And now we have
much.
We have a professional event coming up the latter part of this year, so it's going to be that's a week-long thing. So.
It's a week-long thing, and it's a writer's event, not a reader's event. So
with a little bit of partying.
Well, I'm sure. How can they be sold out already? The tickets for those events went on sale a few weeks to months ago, depending on which event you mean. I think Book Bonanza, which is in June, went on sale like in September, and Readers on the River, I believe, went on sale. It's in September of this coming year, and I think tickets went on sale like in November, so they already sold out. I believe Flirty in Kansas City still has tickets. However, it's a smaller event,
right?
And so, and I like to be able to drive to wherever we're going. It's just easier to get the books there. So anyway, that's how that works.
Hate airports.
Hate I am hoping, I am so hoping, Brenda, that that the weather will be good. February is dicey, and I know that it is, but
you guys have no idea how excited we're excited. But baby Mallory Black is she's excitedly nervously excited. Yes. How's that sound?
We just hope the books arrive in time.
She's nervously excited because you do your first signing as an author. She's been to these events all the time,
all her life, but she's never signed.
But she's never signed. I said, baby, it's a different experience.
It is.
You have to, it's a different interaction now. You just be yourself, but it's got to be ready to talk about your book and things like that. It's tough.
Well, there'll be another virtual signing. Louise, I hope. We're going to have to look at the year. It is so jam-packed. And there are things going on behind the scenes that A, I still can't talk about, or B, aren't necessarily meaningful to like you and me, but like I'm trying to get some books into bookstores and things like that.
Okay, Louise, I'm going to do I'm going to do my best to make it happen. I don't know.
I don't know when.
We got to find out where the schedule, if we can make it happen. But if we can, I promise you we will. And then my other question about Kansas City is, where's the party going to be?
Right.
Because I'm going to have all these lovely people in Kansas City with me.
I know. And Rhonda. Girl.
We need to find a place for all of us to party. And whether it's a party that they're having at Flirty or get together and have some fun, we all need to hang for a little bit.
Yeah. But those are the 3 events I'm doing this year.
I am going to bring my own liquor.
Connie, I don't think Mallory's going to be at Book Bonanza. Even just to walk in the door, we had to buy her an assistance ticket, and he's my assistant. And there's no space hardly to put more people than that. She may come to the hotel and hang out a little bit like she did last year because we live so close, but that's probably about all we can do. How many Forbidden Confession Filthy Rich Bosses? The next one that you will see all the deets for in the back of Executives will be the last one in that cycle of Forbidden Confessions. And then I'm thinking, because I got some things that I want to do. I just have to figure out where to put it. Because as you can appreciate, now that I have Doomsday Brethren back, I have 9 books to focus on. Yes. And that is not going to be like a 6-month thing. That is not even going to be a 1-year thing. It's going to be a while, y'all. Good night, Nancy.
Good night, Nance. Good to see you. I just saw her picture earlier from Vegas.
Yeah, we were like, oh, there's Nancy.
It's Nancy.
Yeah, we should have a big Zoom meeting or something. If for everybody who's in Flirty, but I'd like to try to get together. You know what I mean? Let's see. What else do we have on the agenda? I think we actually did it. Oh my gosh.
I had scheduled Elephant in the Room. I had planned to do a little foodie thing tonight.
He did.
But I looked at the little tentative talking points over here. It's like, there's no way we're going to fit.
No, we would have been here another 20 minutes, like eating food. I don't know. So we'll have to.
Yeah, Eve, you're right. Eve, I am a hell of a bartender. And I just couldn't. These places we were going, I can't get a big enough room anymore. So I don't know. At Flirty, we'll have to figure it out. Maybe we do a combination of rooms or something, or hopefully one of you guys are next to us or something. Who knows? But we'll figure something out.
Yeah,
we'll figure something out.
Super excited that you guys have joined us tonight, and you came for my big announcement, and you listened to me ramble in a way that probably doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but I promise you it will. It 100% will. And we will kick off the adventure of the Doomsday Brethren in October with Merrick and Olivia.
So much news in the Shayla Black world. 2023, when we're back in November, I'm not sure. I know we were like, okay, we have a lot of plans, but
we had to change all of our plans.
When Doomsday Brethren came back,
we blew up the whole year we had planned. I can't even tell you. There are other things I wanted to do. I'll have to tell you. So I'll tell you the one running joke that we have now on this team. There's a box set that I've been wanting to put out for 2 or 3 years with the 3 books that we've tried to get the cover right about 10 times.
Hold on a second. Okay, we're live again. We're live. She had to.
I had to stop and think my head's in a lot of places.
She had to tell my squirrel to kick it in again.
Right.
Going around. Yeah.
So we have put this box set out. We keep pushing it out and pushing it out and pushing it out, and we're like, oh, we'll slot it here because we have nothing going on. And we're like, this box set is never coming out.
Problem is, you can't throw everything into 1 year. Everyone goes like, okay, what this? No, there's only so much money and time to go around, you know what I mean?
And I have realized that I need I need a little more time between books anymore. Like, I want to really sit and think about it, and I want to be really sure. And I'm like, my process as I'm writing now is, I think, more deliberate than it used to be.
Yeah.
And I really,
you're a different writer.
Yeah.
Your writing has evolved over time, and you can see it by the way it's written and how the intensity you put into it. Yeah.
So I'm like, I never want to rush anything. And we've had this conversation, and I'm just happy that I think I'm going to be able to get a little time to do what needs to be done properly this time. And so if things move and shift, you can hopefully understand, because this is a lot of the reason why. So I also want to take a hot minute to just address the other elephant in the room. If you have heard about the Romancelandia drama, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, like,
Rhonda, I know you're here.
I know I've Rhonda. Yeah,
been part of it a little bit. Observing it.
Yeah, I'm like, it only takes one crazy. I don't understand, but
let me tell you something.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me something.
Okay. The romance world, the romance reading world, is some of the most caring, loving, amazing people I've ever
in my life
and known and had a chance to chat with.
Yeah.
And the outpouring of emotions when and support,
and
when an author or another fan has an issue or a life event, is just incredible to see. And if what I'm reading is true and it was taken advantage of, that hurts me. It hurts all of us. Because you guys are such an amazing group of individuals, and I read that and I was kind of devastated by it. This sucks.
And I think, Baby and I were talking about it earlier, because she was kind of struggling to understand from the perspective of, why. I'm like, I don't know that anybody can really 100% know why. What I know is because I'm incredibly removed from this, right? Like, I don't know this person. I never knew this person. I didn't even know she existed, honestly, until all of this happened. What I can tell you is my sadness, at the people who, gave of themselves, whether that was emotionally or, monetarily, or all of the above, like the support, the love, and to have your trust betrayed is obviously really crushing. The other thing is strictly from an industry perspective, which is when mainstream news started picking this story up today, I was just so devastated, because I'm like, as if we aren't already the butts of so many literary jokes, then to have people be like, see, these chicks are crazy. I told you, these, girls who sit around and read their mommy porn or whatever they want to call it this week. I get frustrated because, like he said, romance readers are some of the most amazing, giving, kind, just gracious people I've ever met in my entire life. And then all it takes is for, one asshole. And then, we're, the industry, authors, readers, the whole, like, it's like everybody just gets made fun of viciously for weeks, and as if we don't have that enough already.
So, which again, not to bring everybody down, but I'll just say this makes us thankful for you guys.
Absolutely.
More and more every day.
Yeah. Just, I knew some people. Yeah. Rhonda, that's probably the best place to go.
If you guys have not heard about what we're talking about, it's been all over the news. Just go, you can Google that, and I'm sure you'll see the article.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into a lot of detail about it.
No.
Just that we wanted to acknowledge it. And I know a lot of folks were PMing Shayla about it. No one's PMing me, so I don't know why they don't want my hot sports opinion.
Yeah. But I would say this, you guys, it's unfortunate when things like this happen, but I'm not going to let it stop being me. And I don't want you to let it stop being you either. If you're a kind, lovely, wonderful person, continue being a kind, lovely, wonderful person, and it will come back to you.
That's right.
So that's my 2 cents on that.
And you can always come back home here at
we will welcome you with
Studio A here in the Shayla Black Studios. That's right.
And I will just take his face out with my hand.
Yes. All right, Shayla Black.
All right, you guys.
On that note, okay, everybody put it in.
Yay.
Team
Black.
Team Beauty. Team Beauty.
Oh, I like it.
It's about them, not us. It's about them, not us.
So thank you guys for joining us and listening to me ramble about the Doomsday Brethren and all the things that I have going on right now. We will be back next week, where we will be counting down.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
But we will be celebrating William's birthday.
No.
Yes.
No, it's too early.
No.
Wait, it is too early.
No, not by next week. It won't be.
Yeah, it will be.
Will it?
Yes, it will be. It's the 4th today.
Well, I have to look at it. I have to see a calendar.
Yeah, see, we got.
You're right. Okay, sorry. We will be counting down to the celebration to William's birthday. How's that?
All right.
All right.
Say goodnight, Shayla Black.
Good night. Y'all have. I hope the rest of your week is amazing. Have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you next Wednesday. Say bye, William.
Oh, I thought we were gone. I didn't know. All right. Good night, Shayla Black.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, Gracie. Love you.
Bye.
Bye, guys. And we're clear. No, we're not. We're still here.
And you have to press the button.
Oh, shit. I was holding for effect, right? Okay. Now we go. 3, 2.